G'day guys, it's my turn for a jersey tail, so let's go see if we can find some. Okay, this is laundry, so I think they're in here somewhere. Oh, I've got a couple of bags full of jerseys there, so let's go have a chat. Springboks, no. Oh, the Wallabies one, we don't want to talk about that one. That's John Eales last minute penalty kick. Craig Dowd, you remember? We don't want that one. New Zealand Sevens, 1996, Hong Kong.
Here's Cullen into space, and away he goes.
So I went to Hong Kong 95. I played the first game, scored the first try, and then sat out on the bench and watched every other game. And we won that year, and I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me, you know, sitting on the bench. You didn't feel like, you know, we won Hong Kong that year, but it just didn't feel right. So I went home back to, I was living in Manawatu at the time, hired a trainer, and just worked really hard through that year. And then 96 come round, and obviously knew the Sevens was coming up, and got, you know, 18 tries through the tournament. I would love to have the old new jerseys and have a GPS on the old back end to see how much miles I covered, but I was pretty tired by the end of it. Sitting there playing with guys like Jonah especially was pretty special.
You scored a lot of tries, but you're also famous for one that a lot of people think that you scored, but you actually set it up. You ran the length of the field. Talk us through that.
We were just under the pump. I think we had a scrum on our own, sort of 5 metres out from our own line, and just threw the ball across the face. I don't know, you just put your head down and try and find a bit of space, and managed to sort of get out between the middle of the post and gave it to the other big Fijian on our side, and he ran away 50 metres to score. So yeah, I mean, that's my favourite try that I never scored.
That is a touch of absolute genius. Got great balance, hasn't he?
I was just in the right place at the right time.
Marshall once again. Bunch with a lovely little dummy. Zinzanbrook applying for Cullen.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of not a hangover, but I guess a thing coming off the 95 World Cup. No, I guess a bit of payback going back over there, and you know, you knew it was going to be a tough tour and a tough series. Just back then it was hard to win over there. It was really, really hard, and we knew we had 4 tests and you sort of had to win. We knew you had to win sort of the first couple.
New Zealand has at last won a test series in South Africa.
You remember the nuns and shit, they were, I don't know how far away, they're at the back of the stadium, but just recognisable, they could stand out. So come off the game and you know, you obviously won the series, and you look up and the boys are in their number ones, you know, pumping out the haka. So it's, I mean, yeah, I mean, pretty cool feeling. And obviously you walk in, and then, you know, obviously, you know, the old Don Clark's there in the change room, like, couldn't get any better. When I entered the team, I was sort of always sort of that hurricane region type guy. I never wanted to really go anywhere else. Yeah, this 2000 one was pretty special. I remember an article Phil Gifford had written, and that was on our wall, and we had no chance. So yeah, and then we managed to hang on. So once again, it was just, you know, just a cool feeling. You know, obviously Jonah was there, and you know, scored that amazing try down the left. That year was cool because we were written off and managed to come out on top. So that's why I've still got that jersey.
Now Marshall away from Merton. Zeramir almost slipped, did it, got it away to Alatini. Carlinger won't stop him either. 3 tries in 6 minutes.
So this is the 2000. They say the game of the century over in Aussie there against the Wallabies. 100 and odd thousand people there. And then the game, yeah, the game was just crazy. We were 24-0 up after like 6.5 minutes, and then we were 24-all at half time. It was almost like we went into shock. And you know, you think usually the other team would go into shock, but they just sort of held their head. The Wallabies was just a smart side. They had a pretty good side back then. If you want one guy to have the ball tiptoeing down the sideline, you know, probably Jonah's your guy. Don't know if I was that keen on the one-handed put-down though. I've done that once and dropped it. So no, it was good to see. Obviously, man, you just like, oh, it was almost like, thank God for that. Okay, guys, that's my jersey tail. Thanks for letting me share it.